And just like that, it was a cold winter day in Deale, Maryland, but the paperwork was done and the boat was finally ours. Our adventure to the Bahamas had officially begun. We're heading down the East Coast to our hometown in Georgia to wait out hurricane season. But first, we've got to get through the Chesapeake. We're in Chesapeake Beach. We just spent an hour on our first sailing adventure, so we were pretty excited. We finally made it out of Harrington Harbor, which was a nice marina, but we were ready to finally set sail. So we came to, the first stop is Chesapeake Beach, and we are going to stay here for tonight, refuel in the morning, and head to Smith Island, which is about 7 hours away from here. So tonight we're going to we are making a grocery list. We're going to go pick up some provisions, and then in the morning, the fuel dock opens at 9, so we don't have to get up early. We'll just wake up before then and get some fuel and head on to Smith Island.
You said that building right here?
Yeah.
Is a parking garage for 700 cars for the hotel.
That many people come here?
I don't know, man. I can't quite figure it out. I guess maybe. They also got some hot coffee in there if you want any. We saw fighter jets flying up and down the Chesapeake all morning when we were coming into Smith Island. And when we got a little bit closer, the Navy called us up on the radio and said that they were going to be doing a live fire exercise that afternoon in the bay.
So when we got closer to the exercise, we realized that they were actually going to be shooting at a half-sunken Liberty ship, which was from World War II. And the really cool part about that is that in our hometown in Georgia is where they built most of those Liberty ships. So that was really neat. Smith Island is a gem of an island in the Chesapeake Bay bordering Maryland and Virginia. It has a very small traditional population of roughly 270 residents and is known for its crabbers and fishermen. The channel is difficult to navigate but definitely worth it. Oh my gosh, how cute! Welcome boaters.
Are you vandalizing?
I don't know.
Sarah, what's your activity going to be tonight on Smith Island?
I don't know. Maybe try to find some bicycles?
Well, you already did try to break
Round
it.
up some food?
You may have heard Smith Island in the news recently because of its sinking. Some say that it's sinking an average of 8 acres a year due to climate change. Some even predict that Smith Island will be underwater by 2100. In the meantime, however, it's home to a few nature preserves. These spots are beautiful places to watch birds who are undisturbed by people. Even though it's so close to Washington, D.C. and Richmond, Smith Island is an incredible place to take a peaceful step back into nature. Alright, princess.
Good morning. I just woke up. David's been up for probably 3 or 4 hours. We left Smith Island this morning at 6-ish, and we're so thankful that the Chesapeake has calmed down. We're on smooth sailing right now, and it's warming up some too.
We had to stop in Deltaville, Virginia to get some diesel, get pumped down and get some lunch, and now we're heading on down to Norfolk, so hopefully we'll be in Norfolk this evening. We will see. If it's rough, we probably won't make it all the way down there, but if it's calm, we definitely will.
We are about 45 minutes away so we are ready to get there. They said they had a courtesy car and a really good Italian restaurant waiting for us, so I'm ready to be there.
Norfolk was quite the contrast to Smith Island. We were greeted with lots of traffic. There were helicopters from the Navy base, hustle and bustle from the port, and even a sailing regatta.
Well, we finally made it to a marina that had a courtesy car. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
I'm excited.
Not only is it a courtesy car, it's a 2020 Mercury minivan.
2020?
Just kidding. It's like a 1990 Mercury rental van. But we just took it up to Franco's by the Bay Italian restaurant, which is what the guy at the marina said, and it was fantastic.
It was so good, and it was quite unexpected because this area of town is not where you'd expect to be like a Frank Sinatra themed Italian restaurant.
I thought it was going to be something like they would have fried shrimp baskets and natural light kind of a thing. It was not. A very classy
Which we would have been fine with that too.
Very classy establishment.
Yes.
So this counts as my once per week dinner date.
Oh, it does?
Yes. Alright, so now we're going to go back to the marina and hang out and chill. Figure out a way to get home tomorrow. Well, after the trip down from Annapolis to Norfolk, it was time to give the boat a good scrub. So Sarah and I just got done washing and waxing the boat, and I think it really turned out nice. Take a look. And we're packing up the boat and about to head on down to the airport in Norfolk and go from Norfolk back to Jacksonville. So our flight's got delayed because it is foggy as all get out. And it looks like tomorrow we're coming back at about 6:30 a.m. and we should be in Jacksonville at 10:30. So an unexpected surprise is that we get to go back to the boat and spend another day. Our afternoon activities include finding a camera cord because we've lost it, and getting lunch, and just working on some videos. Thanks for watching our very first episode. Be sure to tune in to episode 2. You'll get to see David and his brother Joey take the boat from Norfolk to Coin Jock.